I'm sure you had some good profitable trade yesterday. And the subject of my video is 18,000. Most of you would be thinking, why so? Are we hitting 17,900, 800 or so? Is a question which I think most of us have. What we can see now, if you see earlier, our video we had mentioned, first video which we started somewhere here. We mentioned Bank Nifty 42,000, Nifty 17,500. This was about 12 days back, and this was for 31st March. So market at that point in time was around 17,120 or so when we made this video, and 17,500 was done. And then we also asked, are we looking at 17,800 and 43,000? And we had mentioned the reasons why we are looking at these targets. So one trade, one lot of Nifty future would have gained, I think, I don't have to tell you how much points we can easily think of. Now, today we are looking at whether we will hit 18,000 or 17,200. Now, that's a little tricky question to be answered because market needs to retrace, yes, but while we are going into this, we also would like to think of what we did yesterday and what are the opportunities we could have made or profit. HCL Tech, we had shared this came into entry, but then unfortunately hit a stop loss because IT went down. SBI never came into trade. Fin Nifty opened much higher this price, so this was kind of a no entry, I would say. Bank Nifty definitely gave us an opportunity because it went low of 340 and then moved as per our price action from below. And this, in fact, almost doubled. From 360 it went to 720 levels. Uh, we had one BTST which also gave us some profit, which was a hedge trade, of course. Uh, we had shared two equity trades of India Bulls and Tata Communication, which was very quite profitable, I can say. Uh, we also shared, we also mentioned, I think in a previous video, HDFC results are expected and can be good. So we adding few quantities, and then we shared. I think this was not Fin Nifty, this was Bank Nifty. Anyway, uh, after some time, we mentioned that Bank Nifty is strong, IT is weak, Nifty in term was getting weaker. But we were very positive. We shared one trade, Fin Nifty 18,500, 65 target of 95, which got hit. So not too many trades. We did small trades, and then today we are looking at how market can head. Uh, Currently, if we see market closed slightly fattish, if you can say, it was very range bound, especially Nifty. I think this was a range which got traded, and this was kind of uh, uh, so now if you look at the charts, market if at the present juncture, if price moves below this, then there can be a little bit of downward move. So I'm not suggesting to go for puts because at certain levels only the market becomes weak. So typically, I think if price moves below this 17,755, I might look at first targets of 17,700 or so. And then if this price sustains below this again, then I would look at targets of 17,652. Whereas on the upside, I'm slightly or high, market can be highly bullish once this goes above 17,800 above, and typically our targets can be around 17,845 to 850, and if price sustains even much above that, then we can look at targets of I think 17,900 or so, uh, 17,880 or so. Uh, Now, how can the price action be is something which if market opens above this level, then it can just retest and then start moving up towards the target. However, if price opens below this, it can be flat, may not be able to move down very easily because the bulls are very strong. However, it may test this level and then also retrace back. So if the price charts looks like this, then typically, I think it's a buy uh, for us again. Uh, so the levels marked also can be used in a different way. Uh, so for live trades calls, you may please join our Telegram channel. You may also join WhatsApp us. We will definitely add you in our broadcast where do we do share you know good profitable trades. Typically, 2 or 3 trade setup is normally seen in a day. Uh, when we see Bank Nifty yesterday, open gap up, open equals high, and then move down. Typically, it retested. I think it retested this level, did not fill this gap typically, but then gave good profitable trade up to 41,137. So if somebody would have traded here, in fact, some of our friends did trade, I think, somebody would have made at least about 200 points here itself until this reversal and your trading stop loss would have hit. Here again, there was another opportunity for buy couple of times. In fact, market has closed at yesterday's almost near close yesterday's high. Uh, so market again today to confuse us, there is always also a chance that it can open below this level here, move down, retest, and then start moving up also. Typically, I would only look to short. I'd be convinced to short below 41,300 levels, but this point in time, I feel now it is going to be risky. But then I'm just sharing because most people ask me yourself, you're sharing calls but not sharing. So the next target, if price sustains below that level, then I can look at 41,000. Uh, 41,120 or so, 140, 150 or so. And below this, if it sustains, then 40,900 can be seen. However, you see that I feel, I mean, market chances are more towards putting a gap up. And based on price action, again, we would decide whether to go long. And our targets typically here would be around 41,750 straight. If price sustains above, again, based on price action, we would again decide whether we should go for the next target of 980 or 42,000 levels. We have shared a couple of trades here on the options, which you can look at now. So if 41,300 moves about 225 to 28, I'm looking at targets of modest targets of 280 plus, and 41,400 moves about to 38 and targets of 290 plus. I have JSW Steel, which we are in radar. We have looking at 720 call, and price typically this looks to head upwards. With I think good initial target somewhere close to 720 to 740 levels. Bajaj Finance again is getting trying to get into this triangle. Uh, Meanwhile, if it does not sustain above this level of 5,008, 18,992, then there is a chance that it may again move downwards and test 17 to 20 levels or so. Again, based on price action, we would decide whether you will decide whether to go further down. I mean, we would look at further shorting or can look at going for longs. Titan looks a slightly negative at the moment. I would not typically look to add this, as we can see that now it has moved very nicely up here. Um, there is quite huge selling pressure, and then it may move down up to 2,551. As per the price action, here again we would decide whether we need to hold the shorts or reverse the positions also, or watch if price consolidates, decides for some time, either moves up, I mean moves down or moves up. So price action is very simple if somebody can understand it along with the data and other algo trades. Algo trades are something which help you decide, give proper decisions more than open interest. I think there might have been a slight break because I can see uh, we got connected back anyway. So Harsha Engineers has really good given a good up move. We possibly missed this good rally here. Uh, we could have gone long, and this has gone straight hit to 425. Uh, Looks very good to accumulate still. If it moves down and again based on price action, I think we should be looking to go long here. Uh, Bharat Wires, we had entered somewhere at 100, sorry, 120, wait, I think 120 levels or so. Uh, Above this, we had looked added, and now we're looking at 159, 160 as hit. Uh, Chances are there it may give us a re-entry again if somebody has missed. Just watch out for the price action if this type of a pattern is formed, or whether it holds this level or moves down is something which you need to look at. I'm looking at torrent power for immediate targets of 560 plus. Uh, Typically, it has given a nice breakout here, and if you see this pattern, we could have easily bought here if we had missed any of these rallies. Uh, Targets for Torrent Pharma, I think for a long-term perspective, we can look at 620 levels. And we're also looking at Ambuja Cements on the long side. We're looking at Lalpath Lab and Bharti Airtel. Bharti Airtel, I think, uh, would possibly retest levels of 760, and then we can start again looking to go long. Uh, India Cements is also looking slightly towards the downside, and however, I would want to add this stock on the immediate front if somebody has missed. We're looking at targets of 200 to plus, to 220 plus. ICICI Bank, we are bullish for some time. In fact, we're looking at 880 call. If this moves about 819, then we can look at 25. Equity also, it is a very good buy and hold for targets of 940 plus. Jindal Steel and Power also is very bullish. I think this it was good to add here at this level. It has started moving up. We can look at targets of 620 plus. Containers India is a low risk, very low risk call. One should add this as a SIP. One should add this for targets of 650 to 700 plus. And Shriram Finance also can, mm, though might not be if price moves below 1280, then I think we can look at shorting opportunities for targets of 1220 plus. Lupin also Lupin looks to take support at 650. However, if below this, if it sustains, then it may retrace back to 644, and then we can look at long or decide on the next positions. So thank you all for your time. Now, typically, the next question for all of us would be whether Nifty is going to hit 18,000 or start moving down. Uh, News of inflation data and all this are coming in, but price action will give a better uh, picture of the market or a structure of the market. Uh, there should be some retracements sometime, and then price can start looking at 18,000 also. So good luck for today. Tomorrow is an expiry, so we will have zero to hero trades. Please do join us and make use of these opportunities. Thank you. God bless you, and love you all. And to help us support the channel, I will share some help us to grow the channel. Share if you find our trading tips or investing tips or intraday tips, whatever you call it as, helpful. Please do share our channel link, and we will also have one simple video once we cross the 1,000 subscription mark. And this will be a very simple price action tip which I can share. And please also join our uh, brokers. We trade normally with 5paisa.com and Upstocks. So we will share the links too and help us grow